check.
Well, on a Friday night from Inside Vision's Veterans Memorial Arena in downtown Binghamton,
New York, this is Danbury Hat-Tricks Hockey, and it starts right now on the Hat-Tricks Digital Network.
on a Friday night from Inside Vision's Veterans Memorial Arena in downtown Binghamton, New York. This is Danbury Hat-Tricks Hockey, and it starts right now on the Hat-Tricks Digital Network. Hello again, Hat-Tricks fans. Doug Latuca with you. Game 1 of 2 in this home-and-home. Hat-Tricks and Black Bears. What a matchup tonight. The two top teams of the Empire Division going at it. Once again, this, the 9th meeting of the season between the two teams. And the Black Bears have won 6 of the first 8, including the most recent one. Just a couple of weeks ago on the 14th, it was a tightly contested 4-3 loss for the Hat-Tricks. The Black Bears have not only clinched their 2nd consecutive Empire Division Championship, but they are also the top seed in the FPHL, meaning the Commissioner's Cup runs through Binghamton, New York. Of course, the Black Bears, the reigning Commissioner's Cup champions. They are 9-1-0 in their last 10. They've won 5 games in a row. And the Black Bears with victories in 23 of their past 24. The only loss during that stretch coming on March 8th against the Blue Ridge Bobcats. That was a 5-2 defeat. It snapped an 18-game win streak, which was a franchise long. As for the Hat-Tricks, they come in 2nd place, 25-12, 8-5, 93 points. Good enough for 2nd in the Empire Division. They are 35 points behind the Black Bears, who are 39-5, 1-5, 128 points. The Hat-Tricks 7-1-2 in their last 10. Winners of 3 in a row as they took down the Venom and the Dashers twice in last week's 3-game sweep. Hat-Tricks have just 6 games remaining, including tonight against the Black Bears. 4 on the road, 2 at home, including tomorrow night, which is Alumni Night, the 5th annual Danbury Hockey Alumni Night in the Danbury Ice Arena. And then the final game of the year, the 12th of April, the Watertown Wolves will be in town to finish off the 24-25 regular season. Well, I touched on the last meeting between these two teams, which was 14 days ago, March 14th, here in Binghamton. Hat-Tricks actually sprung out to a 3-1 lead thanks to 2 shorthanded goals and a power play goal. They scored both shorties within the opening 7:50 of that 2nd period. But the Black Bears with 3 unanswered goals, 2 in the 2nd, and then Dakota Bond went coast to coast, a power play goal, tucked it under the bar, 3:24 into the 3rd to give the Black Bears yet another win. Mention this Binghamton team does not really lose much. They only have 6 losses this season to the Black Bears. 3 of them have come on home ice. 1 against the Hat-Tricks on November 2nd. That was an 8-round shootout finished off by Josh LaBelle, who scored the lone goal. A couple of lineup notes before the anthem here at Visions Veterans Memorial Arena. The Hat-Tricks are without their leading goal and point producer Gleb Van Durkin tonight. He is under the weather, so he did not make the trip. Should expect him back in the lineup, though, tomorrow when these two teams square off in Danbury. Also, Corey Anderson is out tonight. Time for some singing here in Binghamton.
Next performing God Bless America, please welcome Kinder High School Choir. And now, performing the Star Spangled Banner, we welcome Kinder Elementary School Choir.
Beautifully done, and we are just about ready for hockey from downtown Binghamton inside Visions Veterans Memorial Arena. It's the first place Binghamton Black Bears and the second place Danbury Hat-Tricks on a Friday night from Visions Veterans Memorial Arena. Hello again, Hat-Tricks fans. Doug Latuca carrying you through the action. Delighted to have you with us. Should be another outstanding matchup between two of the best teams in the league and two of the best goaltenders in the FPHL. Black Bears lead the season series 6 games to 2 and won the most recent game 4-3 on the 14th of March. In goal for the Binghamton Black Bears, it's Connor McAnanima, who has a league-high 28 wins and just 3 losses, 2 of which coming in regulation, a 199 goals against and a 925 save percentage. As for the Danbury Hat-Tricks, it's Connor McCullum, who is second in the league with 20 wins. He is a 308 goals against, a 916 save percentage. This, his 9th start against the Black Bears. He's just 2-5-1, but has a 922 save percentage. Tonight marks his 38th start of the year. The all-time leader in wins in hat-trick history with 44. Also has 3 shutouts this year, including his last start, which was on the 21st against the Dashers last weekend. 27 for 27 in Danbury's 9-0 win over the Dashers. The Black Bears in the black jerseys start with their top 3. Gavin Yates, Kyle Steffen, and CJ Stubbs. On defense, it might be the top defensive pair in the FPHL, Dakota Bond and Dan Stone. Bond is a plus 46 this season. Stone a plus 47. They team up to form the top defensive pair for the Black Bears. Bond returning from a 2-game suspension, which occurred during that weekend series in Virginia. That's also the reason why Tyson Kirkby is out of the lineup tonight for the Black Bears. He's serving the final game of his 3-game suspension. Grant Sherwood will miss the weekend. He was assessed 5 games due to an altercation. Hat-trick starters, Alexander Vasiliev and Vadim Frolov on the wings, with Connor Woolley up the middle. Mentioned Gleb Van-Durken is out tonight. He's under the weather. That's a big hole to fill for the Hat-tricks. Of course, mentioned he leads the team in goals and points. He is 8th in the FPHL in goals this season. Van-Durken with 28. Hope he is feeling better. On defense, it's the veteran pair, Xavier Abdella and Kyle Gonzalez. Gonzalez, one of the 2 Iron Men on this hat-trick squad. He and Josh LaBelle have played now in all 51 games for the Danbury Hat-Tricks. Hat-trick sporting the white sweaters, black pants, and white socks with the orange and black striping. Mention the Black Bears in the all black with their Binghamton green throughout. And the Black Bear right on the chest. Black Bears versus Rabbits. 9th meeting of 11 between these 2 teams. Hat-tricks have won 3 in a row. Black Bears victorious in 5 straight. Puck is down, and let's do it from Binghamton. Hat-tricks defending the left net tonight. And Gavin Yates zigzagging through center, slides it ahead. Kyle Steffen, right wing back for Yates, trickles on goal and steered to the near corner by Connor McCullum, his first touch of the night. Puck leaks out of the zone, and they blow the whistle, saying the play offside. Fans boo, and most of the Black Bears on the ice thought the play was onside, but Stone was out of the zone and touched it back in. So the whistle blows a little more than 20 seconds in to the first period. Game 1 of this home and home finishes up tomorrow in Danbury, alumni night at the DIA. Turnover behind the net, Yates, left side center, Steffen shoots wide right. Rims around to the far boards, pinching is Dan Stone. His centering pass blocked by Alexander Vasiliev. A scrum in the left corner, Abdella poking for it. Frolov chops it up the near wall. There goes Vasiliev behind the D. He's in, Vasiliev shoots. He fanned. Might have had his stick lifted by Stefan, who applied the back check, but an indirect feed off the near wall sprung Vasiliev, who's had an impressive season. 3-game point streak, has 9 goals, 39 points, and the Black Bears ice the puck.
Don't forget to get your
1:09 melted off the first period clock. Hat-tricks and Black Bears on a Friday night from Visions Veterans Memorial Arena. Doug Latuca with you. Hat-tricks handing the Black Bears one of their 3 home losses this season, all the way back on November 2nd, and it came in a shootout. Black Bears with 5 regulation losses this year and 1 past regulation, which came to the Hat-tricks. Right circle draw, Danbury wins, and a shot deflected wide. Left point pinch from LaBelle, puck out of the zone off the deflection. Bedard, similar to Stone a couple moments ago, tried to keep in, but it dripped out of the zone. Black Bears, the strongest team in the FPHL this year, no arguments about that. They've already clinched their 2nd consecutive Empire Division championship and the top spot in the FPHL. They'll have home ice advantage all the way through. Johnny Ruiz lugs it through center for Danbury. A wrist shot snagged by McAnatama, and no rebound. Mentioned McAnatama, a league-high 28 wins, has just 3 losses. His goals against is under 2 and a .925 save percentage. You won't see better numbers around the FPHL, but across the way, Connor McCullum, 2nd in the league with 20 wins, a year removed from a league-high 24 as a rookie. Right circle draw in the Black Bears zone. Hat-tricks win it, and again, Bedard's shot whistles wide. A whistle. Oliveri went down and lost his stick, and there might be a penalty on the Hat-tricks. Zach Pamelayan being ushered to the penalty box. And 1:39 into the first period. The top power play in the FPHL gets an opportunity to strike first. Black Bears converting over 25%. They lead the league with 64 power play goals. And the Hat-tricks penalty kill unit tested early on, and off the far circle draw, it splintered out to center. To the Black Bears organize, Hat-tricks penalty kill, 10th in the FPHL. Their 12 shorthanded goals are 2nd, only behind the Black Bears, who have 14. Gavin Yates darts in right wing, hits the brakes far wall. Turning on Abdella, slides it to the right corner, threading a pass through. CJ Stubbs hopped his stick, and Kyle Gonzalez lugs it out through center. Ahead for Chase Harwell, has his stick lifted by Kyle Steffen, and the Black Bears from right to left with a minute 15 to work with on the power play. Yates maneuvers in, right boards, his shot blocked off a leg, and LaBelle hammers it down the ice. 1 minute remains on the Pamelayan high sticking penalty. Hat-tricks penalty kill against the Black Bears this year, 84.5%. The last time these teams met, a game winner was scored on the power play, Dakota Bond, early in the 3rd period. Cross ice pass, settled down, up top, Bond slides for Thompson, shooting save, rebound swept on, and a kick save from McCullum. A keep at the right point by Bond. He'll filter down low. Far side boards, Cam Clark up top. Bond, wrist shot, glove down by McCullum. He was knocked down in the crease. A whistle blows, stopping play. And I believe they got Scott Ramakers for goaltender interference. The Hat-tricks bench jumped up, wondering where the call was. It was a bit late, but they do get Scott Ramakers, and will even things up at 4-on-4 for the next 20 seconds. Yeah, Ramakers flashed through the crease and made contact with the catching mitt of McCullum. And as a result, the power play expires for the Black Bears. They're 0 for 1 here tonight. Hat-trick's penalty kill, 28 for their last 34 coming in, 82.4%, that over a 7-game stretch. They were 5 for 5 against the Dashers on Saturday. So 4-on-4, right circle draw. Noah Robinson knocked off the puck by Kyle Steffen. The Black Bears from right to left. Stubbs cuts middle, shoots, blocker save by McCullum. Hat-trick's reverse course, near corner. Gonzalez tied up with Steffen. And behind the net, Alexander Vasiliev for Danbury. His lead pass too far for Gonzalez, but Vasiliev gallops up the left wing. Hat-trick's on a power play for 130. Out of the box, Pamelayan, pass down low. Robinson couldn't get the shot off, slipped off his blade. Free puck right corner, shielding and moving it out of the zone, Dale Dion. And it's floated into the left corner. Dion, the defenseman, in deep, will dart back to his deep position. Now the Hat-trick's reorganized from left to right, 110 on the Ramakers goaltender interference. We've played a little more than 4 minutes in period 1. We're scoreless. Shots 4-1 Binghamton. Makes sense, they had that early power play. Outlet pass grazes off the skate of Harwell, and it's pounded back into Danbury territory. Hat-trick's top unit out there, Johnny Ruiz, who has a league-high 10 power play goals, with Jacob Ratcliffe, Dylan Hullaby, Chase Harwell, and Josh LaBelle, who orchestrates things. Puck behind the Hat-trick's net. They're forced to break out yet again. 30 ticks on the man up. Left wing Harwell over the blue line, turned it over, and Chris Mott hurls it down the ice. 5 minutes erased in the first period. We're scoreless, Hat-tricks and Black Bears. Opening game of this home and home. Teams return to Danbury tomorrow night. Black Bears filter it out to center. Justin Movalli sauces back into Binghamton territory. And it's thrown the length of the ice. Out of the box, Ramakers, both teams 0 for 1 on the power play. Movalli from behind the Danbury net. Up the gut, Vasiliev receives at the center ice logo. Lost it to Yates. He had his pocket picked by Zach Ross. Free puck, clear attempt kept in at the left point. It's pried free by Ross, who charges into the O-zone. Ross, right side, back check applied by Stubbs, who took it away. Ross bats an outlet pass out of midair, nullifies that opportunity, and the Black Bears reorganize. A turnover, though. Vasiliev outnumbered, he hammers one, deflected off a stick into the protective netting. And 6:02 into the first period, our first media timeout. No score, Hat-tricks and Black Bears on a Friday night from Binghamton.
Charter Oak Brewing Company is a Connecticut-based craft beers brewery featuring handcrafted and innovative beers such as pale ales, lagers, India pale ales, brown ales, sours, and several seasoned, more robust beers. Pick one up at the Rabbit Hole here at the Danbury Ice Arena. Live pain-free with Danbury Chiropractic and Wellness. From adjustments to holistic treatments, we're here to help you feel your best. Book your appointment today. Wellness is just a call away. Raise a glass to locally crafted spirits at Litchfield Distillery. Handcrafted small batch whiskey, gin, and more. Visit our distillery today and taste the difference. Litchfield Distillery, batch by batch. Keep your business safe with R&R Protective Services. Expert security solutions tailored to your needs. Call us today for reliable protection you can trust. R&R Protective Services, your safety, our priority. Nothing beats an ice-cold Coca-Cola. Refresh your day with the classic taste everyone loves. Coca-Cola Northeast, bringing smiles and refreshment to your community. Products available at the Danbury Ice Arena.
Back in Binghamton, no score, Hat-tricks and Black Bears. A little more than 6 minutes in. Both teams have had a power play. Both teams have yet to score. Hat-trick's power play, third in the FPHL, the Black Bears, number 1. 64 power play goals, by far the most in the league. Left circle draw, Binghamton zone. A tie up, and it squirts for Dan Weber, the D-man, from behind the net. leads Cam Clark. His outlet pass picked off by Johnny Ruiz, who feathers it below the goal line. Weber shielding, pestered by Harwell, spins off a check. His clear fails, kept in by Xavier Abdella. Puck floated through center, and Abdella will carry it behind the Hat-Trick's net. He'll pass one into the near corner. They wrestle for it. It's poked for Harwell, and then Ratcliffe over the red line, gets the blue, curls left point for the Hat-Tricks. He'll send one in deep. Jesse Anderson keeps it moving along the kick plate to the near side, and Ramakers zipping up the left wing. Gains the offensive line. Shoved from behind, rims it around into the far corner, Nick Swain. He lost the handle, and it goes all the way back into the Black Bear zone. Ramakers double teamed near the blue line. Josh Newberg, the former Black Bear, swings it in deep and goes to the bench for a change. 7+ erased from this first period. No score. Here's Stubbs shooting, and a glove save by McCullum. As the Seas parted, it was a 2-on-1 briefly, and Stubbs opted for the shot and was denied. Hat-Trick's the other way, 2-on-1. Frolov right side shoots. Stick save, McAnanima pops in the air in the slot. Clear attempt, knocked down LaBelle. Far wall, Frolov up top. LaBelle near side, Bedard. He shoots, and a glove save from McAnanima. He saw it all the way. That right point wrister from Bedard. Handled by McAnanima. 2 weeks ago, Hat-Tricks and Black Bears played here in Binghamton. Black Bears 4-3 winners. It was C.J. Hapward that night who made his pro debut out of Suffolk University on Long Island. Off a right circle draw, Movalli's wrister engulfed by McAnanima, and no rebound. So the Hat-Tricks did not see McAnanima nor Nolan Egbert, two of the league's strongest goaltenders. Face off at the far circle, Binghamton zone. Steffen wins back for Bond to his deep partner Stone. Outlet pass. Trampolines off the stick of Yates, keeping at the line. Steffen's pass down low, tipped wide. Behind the net, Stubbs angles to the back. Bond left point, wrister blocked in the slot, down for Yates. He opens up, right circle, curling, cuts middle. Yates waiting, shoots, kick save, rebound denied as well. Yates has it back on his stick. Far corner centers, and Vasiliev takes it away and then turns back in the Hat-Trick zone. Big stops from Connor McCullum, who stopped all 7 shots he's faced in the opening 8.5 minutes. Stone for the Black Bears, far wall, into the middle, Yates over the center ice logo. Locates Mott, turned over at the blue line. Harwell, one-handing it along. And then it rolls into the Binghamton zone. Back for it, Luke Doibles. This is 3rd FPHL game. Paired on defense with Dan Stone here, who hops off, and Dan Weber hops on. McCullum wheels it around the far plexiglass out to center. Mott for the Black Bears, backhands it into the Danbury zone. Goes back out to center. Weber drags in, and now it's Kyle Gonzalez. Up the far side, lost an edge. Weber wheels it near side for Cam Clark. He'll bank it off the near wall. Hullaby takes it away, finds Gonzalez, and he feathers in deep. Chasing after it, Robinson. He wins the puck for Danbury in the right corner. Noah Robinson pressed up along the glass by Luke Doibles. Out of the scrum, it's Zach Pamelayan for Bedard. His shot flutters wide right, had Hullaby standing in front. Hullaby takes it away, throws it into the middle, and Weber directs it for Clark. Back up to Weber, over the red, over the blue. His wrist shot blocked by LaBelle. Loose puck, left corner. Weber is tangled up with Clark's stick. LaBelle with it behind the Hat-Trick's net. It's chopped out to center by Hullaby. Pamelayan outnumbered 1-on-3. He'll touch it into the Black Bear zone behind the net. He's double-teamed. Hat-Trick's in the midst of a change. Puck pops in the air. Pamelayan centers. and Weber was there to sweep it aside. Austin Thompson gains the line, and the Black Bears offside. It was broken up partially at center, which caused the offside. 9.5 to play, period one. We're scoreless. Hat-tricks and Black Bears on a Friday night.
Need tickets for your next event? Tixter makes it simple to buy, sell, and manage tickets. Get your Hat-tricks tickets today at Tixter.com, because every event starts with the right ticket. Need tools for your next project? Decker Tool Rental HO Pen has everything you need for DIY or professional jobs. Quality tools, expert advice. Rent with confidence at Decker Tool Rental. Cool off with a treat from Twister's Ice Cream Cafe. Delicious ice cream in every flavor imaginable. Stop by Twister's today and treat yourself to something sweet. Products available at the Danbury Ice Arena. Craving wings and good times? Head to TK's American Cafe. With the best wings in town and a fun atmosphere, it's the perfect place to hang out. Visit TK's American Cafe and try the Hat-tricks wings today.
Doug Latuca back with you inside Vision's Veterans Memorial Arena. Downtown Binghamton, the site for the first game of this home and home. The #1 team in the FPHL, the Binghamton Black Bears, and the 2 team in the Empire Division, the Danbury Hat-tricks, scoreless with 9:30 remaining in period one. Shots are 7-3 Black Bears. Both goaltenders have been strong. Face off at neutral ice. Oliveri right in. He shoots over the net. Springs off the end boards. Back to Oliveri. His shot fought off. Ramaker's rolling into McCullum. Second time MC has been contacted in the crease. This time it goes unpenalized. Ramakers went to the box earlier in this period. A turnover at center. Hat-tricks have numbers. Vasiliev left side shoots. Hit the post. Off the glove of McAnanima, and then it rang off the iron. Still scoreless. Dale Dion for the Black Bears. On left wing in the offensive zone, around Bedard, around LaBelle, far half wall. Slings it near side. Oliveri, wrist shot, flutters wide right. Jesse Anderson pinching, twirling, centers. Oliveri at the blue line. His shot blocked. The follow-up whipped wide by Anderson, just past the left post. And the puck leaks back out to center with 8.5 minutes remaining in the first period. Black Bears right back in from right to left. Kyle Steffen in the far corner. Vasiliev and Oliveri jostling at the ring of the right circle. Vasiliev has it behind the back feed for Ruiz. Into the O-zone, he shoots, it's blocked. Ripped up the stick of Bond, who filters one through center, and it turns into an icing. It hopped over the stick of Gavin Yates, who was going to the bench for a change. Turns into an icing on Binghamton, and a face-off in the Black Bears' end. Hat-tricks, winners of 21 of their last 28 games, points in 22 of the past 24, and they're riding a 3-game win streak. Face off at the right circle, possessed by Dan Stone now in the far corner. He's tied up with Ratcliffe and Harwell. Puck spits out to the point. Mo Valley's shot floating on, and a blocker save. Ratcliffe from behind the net, centers! Harwell denied by McAnanima, who got the pad and stick down. Yates the other way on right wing, cuts middle, waiting, shoots! Left pad stop from McCullum. End-to-end action. McAnanima and McCullum putting on a show. Yates took a tumble in the Black Bears zone. He had Ratcliffe's stick tied up. He tossed it off the backboards. Meanwhile, the puck at center, Newberg. He'll chop it into the right corner. Bond and Robinson evade that loose stick that belongs to Ratcliffe. Puck in the far corner for Stone, who will wheel it up for Stubbs and onto the stick of Chris Mott. 3 goals in his last 4 games, Mott, the rookie forward. Over the red line, Doibles for Binghamton. Curls it around near side. Loose puck near the blue line. Carried out to center. Up ahead for Vasiliev, through him. No icing. Rolling puck behind the Binghamton net. Weber to Doibles, who's parked behind the cage. Outlet, off the skate of Mott, right back to Doibles. Gains the red, gains the blue, poke checked away by Abdella. Woolley chips it up the far wall, and it's poked away by Vasiliev. He tried to start the transition, but Frolov was coming back to defend, so it stopped at center ice. Right off the bench is Harwell calling for the outlet pass. It does find him, but he would have been offside. Hattrick's tag up, and the Black Bears reset from right to left. At the defensive blue line, Nick Swain lost the puck. Ruiz was hit. Harwell drops the gloves, goes after Weber in the right corner. Some rights. He's got Weber tied up. Both guys get back to their feet, and then Weber goes down on his back. Harwell did not like the hit put on the captain, Johnny Ruiz. Comes to the defense and pummels Weber, who has the height advantage, but maybe not the heart advantage. Weber hearing some cheers from the fans. They appreciate his efforts. It was tough to see the initial hit. It happened right in front of the Binghamton bench, inside the blue line, and Ruiz was shoved down by Weber. Looked like a fairly legal play, and Harwell trying to get some more energy in this game, and also defending Danbury's all-time leader in almost every offensive category, their captain and co-head coach. And Harwell handles it appropriately. Wonder, though, if he'll get an extra 2 minutes for instigating. And if you look at the numbers on the ice, it appears it is going to be a power play for the Black Bears. So Harwell gets the extra 2 for instigating. 5 minutes to both Weber and Harwell for fighting. But the Black Bears to their second power play of the game. They're 0 for 1. Face off at the far side circle. Scoreless hockey game, under 6 to go in the first period. Black Bears set up in the O-zone. Up top, Yates for Stone. Cross ice, Stubbs. Left circle, pass down low through everyone. Right point, Yates. Walks down the wall at the circle. Shot blocked. Rebound blocked as well. Free puck in the slot. Swinging at it. Ruiz will lift it the length of the ice. 25 ticks gone by on the Harwell minor for instigating. Stubbs lugs in left side. He'll flip it behind the net. In the near corner, Stone to the back. Yates. He'll tiptoe the blue line to the middle. Drops off for Stone. Straight away. Left circle, Stubbs. Curls in. Low left. Swain. Up top, Stone. Head fake. Far side, Yates back for Stone. He shoots. Tipped over the net. Off the end glass. Free puck near half wall. They jockey for it. Swain possesses. Finds Stone left point. Banked for Steffen. Low left, Swain in front, bouncing puck all the way through. Yates at the right circle, dragging, holding, pass back. Here's Swain, low right, centers through Stone off his stick. Yates supports, zips down the right side, centers, shot blocked. Out to the point, Stone, near side Stubbs, back for Yates. Center point, drag, shoots, glove save by McCullum. Oh, he's been outstanding in the opening 15-plus minutes of this period. 2 of the top netminders in the FPHL going head-to-head, and Connor McCullum shuts the door on the penalty kill. Still 25 seconds of work for that unit. When we come back, we're scoreless, under 4.5 left in the first.
Your car deserves the best. Crossroads Car Wash keeps your vehicle looking fresh and clean, fast, affordable, and eco-friendly. Stop by today. Crossroads Car Wash, where a clean car is a happy car. Transform your yard with Yard Goats Landscaping. From lawn care to custom designs, we bring your outdoor vision to life. Call Yard Goats today and make your yard the envy of the neighborhood. Looking for a brighter smile? Stony Hill Dental Care offers expert dental services for the whole family. Schedule your appointment today. Stony Hill Dental Care, where your smile comes first. Get the best cuts of meat with Omaha Beef Company. Fresh, premium beef delivered right to your door. Taste the difference with Omaha Beef, where quality is always on the menu. Products available at the Danbury Ice Arena. Need reliable stormwater solutions? Coltech Inc. provides innovative water management systems for residential and commercial properties. Coltech, solutions you can count on, quality you can trust.
No score, hat-tricks and Black Bears. 9th meeting of 11 this season. Binghamton has won 6 of the first 8. 4:22 remaining in this first period. And the Black Bears still with 25 seconds on their second power play of this period. Harwell in the box, 2 minutes for instigating after the fight with Dan Weber. Far circle face-off, hat-tricks control, near side it's Ratcliffe, and he'll sling it all the way down on goal. And McAnanima will hand it off to Dakota Bond. He scored the game winner 2 weeks ago in the third period in that 4-3 Black Bears win. It was a power play goal, coast to coast. Here's Bond, outer ring left circle, his shot blocked, rolling out to the blue line. Harwell, penalty is over. It was Robinson serving since Harwell's in there for fighting. Bouncing puck in the right corner. Robinson steers it up the wall, kept in by Stubbs, takes a shoulder from LaBelle, filters down low. Emerging Robiker's wrist shot blocked by Ruiz. Free puck in the near corner. Thompson harassed. Low to high pass. Oliveri from center point. Skitters one wide. Banked off the near wall. Ratcliffe, clear attempt. Bouncing, kept in Bond. Up top gives Oliveri at the circle. Shooting and a blocker stop from McCullum. Ramakers, elevated pass, knocked down Thompson. Left side, Thompson tried to go up top. And he missed the cage. Thompson, far half wall. Veering inside. Taken down. Black Bears want to call instead. Bond flicks one wide. Black Bears all over the hat-tricks. Danbury survives. They carry out to center with under 3 to go in this first period. We're scoreless. Both teams make changes. Behind the net is Jesse Anderson. Outlet up the far side, Stubbs. Through all 3 zones. In the far corner, Stubbs. Center shot save. Rebound in front, and it's covered by McCullum. Hat-tricks have been susceptible to that coast-to-coast play, specifically against the Black Bears. As Stubbs just walked right around, centered, and Yates was stopped by McCullum. Right circle face-off. Woolley beats Stefan for the hat-tricks, and Ross kisses it off the far glass. Vasiliev racing on right wing. He's tripped up. Drew a penalty, Black Bears touch. Vasiliev was interfered with after he tried to track down a rolling puck. And as a result, the hat-tricks to power play number 2 of the game. They're 0 for 1. Against the Black Bears this year, they are 3 for 49. That's right around 6%. Looking for the game's first goal. The 5 on the ice, Robinson, Ruiz, Hullaby, LaBelle, and Ratcliffe. Right circle draw, Stefan goes down, Black Bears win it, and Stone cranks it off the far glass. Dale Dion in the box, interference. LaBelle fumbles the puck in the corner and recorrals. He'll start the break. The outlet is for Robinson. Over the red line, hat-trick step over the blue. It's Ratcliffe near side, drops for Ruiz. Far side, LaBelle, crisscrossing with the captain and now with Ratcliffe. Ratcliffe straight away, team leader and assist. To the far side, Ruiz, low left, Robinson. Back for Ruiz, his shot stopped by McAnanima. Clear attempt over the outstretched glove of Ratcliffe. Remember, Chase Harwell would be in Noah Robinson's spot, but Harwell in the box for fighting. Now the second unit starts to jump over the boards. Connor Woolley, Kyle Gonzalez, Alexander Vasiliev, Vadim Frolov, and Zach Pamelayan. Woolley scored a power play goal on the 14th. It was the opening goal of the game. Keep at the right point, Gonzalez. Slides it for Pamelayan into the middle, Woolley. Quick movement, far side, Vasiliev. Straight away, Gonzalez, holding. Right circle, Pamelayan. He turns, shoots, wide left. Springs off the end boards, Vasiliev's back pass, deflected. Gonzalez clogs it up at center, but the Black Bears clear it down. Under a minute to go in the first period, 30 ticks on the power play. Hat-trick's right back in the O-zone. A drop Frolov for Vasiliev, low left. Around the net, Vasiliev, pass in front, shot wide by Frolov. Hat-trick still with it. Right point, Gonzalez. To the far side, Pamelayan, wrist shot, blocker stop from McAnanima. Off the backboards, Frolov. Near side, Vasiliev, up top, Gonzalez. Final 5 of the power play, 30 in the period. Far half wall, Pamelayan, low left, Frolov. His pass blocked, Frolov still on it. Around the net near side, Vasiliev. Pressured, still has it, tied up in his skates. Feathers down low for Newberg, he'll rim it around. Both teams 0 for 2 on the power play. The last 10 of the period, Pamelayan wins. Down low, Vasiliev, around the net, back for Pamelayan, no one home. Thompson will scoop it out to center, and that's it for the opening 20. Back and forth action, both teams with a number of A-plus opportunities. But the goaltender's the story. Connor McCullum with 12 saves, Connor McAnanima with 6. And both teams 0 for 2 on the power play in period 1. And it is noticeable too, no Tyson Kirkby for Binghamton, no Gleb Van Durken for Danbury. 2 of the top offensive producers in the FPHL absent for both of their teams, and both expected back tomorrow night in Danbury. No goals to report on. We'll give you the penalties just for some bookkeeping. Pamelayan went to the box at 1:39 for high sticking. A couple minutes later at 3:20, it was Scott Ramaker's interference. Both teams failed to score. Dan Weber and Chase Harwell dropped the mitts at 15:11, but Harwell was given the extra 2-minute instigator after it was a clean hit put on the captain, Johnny Ruiz. Harwell came over and was given the extra 2 minutes. And the only other penalty, Dale Dion at 17:34 took down Vasiliev. Hat-tricks came up empty on the man-up opportunity. These 2 of the top teams in the FPHL. Mentioned the Black Bears have already clinched the top spot in the league. Danbury coming into the night 9 points up on the Port-Huron Prowlers for second place in the Empire Division. Hat-tricks would love home ice advantage. It would set up a Friday night game at the 3 seed. So either the Prowlers or the Wolves, depending on how things shake up. And then a Saturday and Sunday, game 2 and game 3 if necessary in Danbury. We will check up on the FPHL scoreboard before we hit a break. The big game we're focused on, the Prowlers with a 1-0 lead over the Motor City Rockers. So that battle of I-94 commencing this weekend in Fraser. And Dylan Marty, 59 seconds into the game, has the Prowlers up 1-0 very early on in that first period, so plenty of time. Elsewhere in the FPHL, we've got scoreless games between HC Venom and the Columbus River Dragons, that game in Georgia. Also scoreless Carolina and Blue Ridge in Virginia. And a 1-1 contest, the Baton Rouge Zydeco and the Athens Rock Lobsters. That game also in Georgia. Only other game on the schedule. A couple others have yet to drop the puck. Those starting at 8 o'clock and 8:05 Eastern, 7 Central. Mississippi squaring off with Monroe. And then the Dashers are hosting the Wolves. Again, that Empire division. Still up for grabs, slots 2 through 4. And the Hat-Tricks are mostly interested in the 2 or 3 spot. Of course, there's that one game play-in, or that wild card, between the 4 and 5 teams from each division. That will set up the 1 through 4 seeding. 1 plays 4 and 2 plays 3, as we had just alluded to a little bit earlier. So here in Binghamton, we are scoreless. Hat-Tricks and Black Bears playing for the 8th time this season, or rather 9th time this season out of 11. And this starts 3 games against the Black Bears in Danbury's next 5. The trip to Biloxi, Mississippi, right in the middle, and following the home and home this weekend. We've got a mini game going on at center ice. Fans are always into it. Gotta love the mini game in between periods. Hat-Tricks do one as well, called Mites on Ice. Always a terrific event. And while we have some time, let's hear a little bit from episode 21 of Hat-Tricks Weekly. Wyatt Kopelman and general manager Matt Voidy.
Down to the last few games here for the Danbury Hat-Tricks. 6 left in the regular season here in 2024-25 before the playoff push begins. Wyatt Kopelman here with the general manager Matt Voidy as the Hat-Tricks swept the Dashers Hockey Club for the 2nd time this season. And Matt, to go right into it, back on Saturday, this team got 4 goals in the 3rd period. What were some of your takeaways as this team really pulled away for the sweep that weekend?
I thought Friday night we were pretty scary. We were scary good, which was good to see. I think Saturday, we played really well. I think to begin with, I think we kind of had a lull, which I kind of expected, and then we picked it up in the 3rd to their credit, and I think it's good to see that we needed 9 points last weekend, and we got it.
Yeah, it was a bit of a different weekend, even different than the one before where it began on Thursday. This one, it had a makeup game on Wednesday against HC Venom. So this team gets that much-needed 3 points over there at McCann Ice Arena. It probably felt a little bit like a home atmosphere in some sense, right down 84. And then this team comes back and faces a relatively familiar opponent in the Dashers Hockey Club. What do you believe went so well for this team offensively to score 15 goals in these last 2 games?
I think we were able to take advantage of the ice we were given. I think guys were pretty sharp on finishing their looks. I think everyone was involved in the offensive end of it, and obviously we took care of our own end. So.
All right, so the Hat-Tricks, they get those 3 wins against HC Venom and the Dashers Hockey Club as well. I want to ask you a little bit about what you've seen out of the rookies as of late. You've had Zach Ross and Dimitri Christou here for a couple of weeks now. They've gotten their chance to start. They've had their respective shifts. And then you also bring in Nick Naultz, who started on Saturday. What are some of your biggest observations from them thus far?
I think they've acclimated well. I mean, obviously they have things to learn, and some of it can be a little bit of a shift going from D3 to pro, especially just the atmosphere at the games. But I think they've done a pretty good job of learning some of those lessons so far and adding to what we're doing.
What are you telling them as they're getting on the ice for the first time out of any FPHL franchise? It's in Danbury, where the culture is really well known, and there are a lot of veterans here, some from the championship team 2 years ago, some who have been here for a season now, like Chase Harwell, and is now here again this year. What are you telling them as they're starting to get acclimated here?
The rookies? Honestly, I just tell them to be themselves. Like, don't worry about making a mistake. Don't worry about trying to be something you're not. Just be you and trust yourself, and let's just see where it goes. Sometimes you just don't know what a guy's going to do until you put him into a game.
So the Hat-Tricks, they're getting a little bit of refresh here with the talent they have on the ice. They have Nick Noltz, they have Dimitri Christou as well. Also wanted to ask you a little bit about this past weekend because, as mentioned, this team played 3 games in 4 days. How do you believe this team handled that quick turnaround from HC Venom going into the Dasher series? How much do you think that kind of reflected what this team will be faced with in the playoffs in the coming weeks? I
thought we handled it pretty well. I mean, I think our energy was really good. I think our energy's been pretty good the last couple months, really. I don't think we've had the dips that we were having earlier in the year where it was like really high and then really low. I think we've been good. I think the boys get it. They know where they are in the season right now, and they know what's in front of them, and they know what we have to do, and they're up for every game and they're up for every challenge.
All right, so speaking of up for the challenge, this team has scored on the power play in each of the last 4 games, and against Binghamton, also got 2 shorthanded goals as well. From the special teams perspective, you think this team will really be able to look forward to using that as an advantage, particularly on the power play this weekend against the Black Bears in the playoffs as well?
Yeah, I mean, I think, any game, especially this time of year, power play and PK, they can be huge factors and deciding factors in games and series. So we are definitely looking to lean on those. Obviously, you never know how many calls you're going to get, but we're going to be leaning on our power play a lot, and our PK, obviously, to be as close to 100% as possible.
And speaking of the special teams as well, do you think your team, with what it's learned about each other through this point in the season, with how much it's grown, whether it be the rookies or even the veterans and what they're learning about themselves, do you think this team is kind of cutting down on penalties it doesn't need to take at certain points of the game?
Yeah, I think the last couple of weeks we've probably put ourselves in some tough positions. I think in Hudson Valley we took some penalties late that we didn't need to take, which I think the boys did learn from and were kind of smarting from the next day. I think we are smart much more smart as to when to take a penalty if we need to take a penalty, and just kind of staying out of the box. Really, a lot of our penalties early on were just us not moving our feet and reaching with our stick or reaching with our hands. So.
And do you think that this team is also cutting down on chasing pucks and hopefully creating some good scoring chances for itself early on in games now?
It's coming along. I think, offensively, we're layering a little bit better, having a better F3, and that F3 just being responsible and understanding where F1 and F2 are. When we lose possession and the other teams come out of the zone, I think we're definitely progressing with that and getting better week to week with that.
I know a couple of weeks ago, actually it was more like 6 weeks ago, that's how quickly the second half of the season has gone, Matt. You talked a lot about how much this team has to still own its starts and if not own starts and find a way to climb out of early holes. What do you believe your team is doing now in terms of that to stay competitive in games, even against Binghamton last week?
I think what you're probably hitting on is just being patient with the game and not, wow, we scored a goal or we lost a goal, and kind of losing those couple minutes, after we've talked about, when we score a goal, those 5 minutes after. I think there's been a pattern where score a goal and within the next 5 minutes or at that 5-minute mark, another one goes in, one goes in for them. And we want to, that's where you got to control the pace of the game. When you score a goal, you don't want them to score one, but you have to keep them off the board for at least the next 5 to 10 minutes. And I think when you're able to do that, even if they do score the next one, say 12 minutes later, at least you're controlling the momentum. At least it shows that your shifts are a little bit more steady than frantic.
I know you also had talked a lot about the momentum that this team has gotten with the chemistry as well. As this team has just about a week left before the postseason begins. Of course, it has a 3-3 with Mississippi. It still has a home game against Watertown. What do you think this team is doing off the ice that's helping, if there is anything yet? I know the temperatures are warming up now.
I think they're just getting out more as a group, because the temperatures are warming up. So, it could be wiffle ball, it could be just, hanging out in the park. I know that sounds bad, but just doing things more together. I think in the winter you end up kind of just hanging out in your room playing video games sometimes, and or just kind of hanging out there. But now the sun's out later, and I think it's a good group of guys. They all want to hang out with each other, so I think just having that to start helps everything.
And do you see that translating onto the ice in practice or even in film when you're watching, just to see everybody really backing each other up or being willing to correct each other?
Yeah, I think it's been a huge difference, really from the beginning. I think some of the guys we added definitely added to the culture and, to what was here, the core of what was here. And I think the core accepted them, and it's been great.
Hat-tricks, they have a chance to get 6 points against Binghamton this week, and it's also alumni night on Saturday, which should be a very exciting time. Before we kind of get more back into the progression this team's making in practice this week, just, of course, not to forget, alumni night, there's Billy McCreary going into the Ring of Honor. You have Gordy Bonnell, who won a cup here 2 years ago. What does that mean for you to see them go into the Ring of Honor? And, of course, what do you think it means to the players, too?
Well, I think, both guys certainly deserve it. I think to see Gordy go in, he, I think he was probably underrated by some people. What he provided to that team and what he was willing to do, and he wasn't necessarily a super loud guy or kind of one of these cartoon characters, but he was tough and was a block shot, a fight, standing in front of the net, like he did it, and he was a huge reason why we won a championship. And obviously Billy, from the beginning being here and starting this and building that championship team and really kind of providing a framework here with all the teams, with the, you had the NA, the Fed team, it's something that's very unique, and it's a bit of it's a landmark now in hockey, Danbury, so.
When you consider the impact they left here, of course, Johnny and Gonzo, they're co-ed coaches this season. They also have A&Cs on their chest. How well do you think they've kind of carried on the responsibilities of player development, hockey ops, getting wins on the ice from everything that, of course, Billy left, but also the legacies that the players had that are going to the Ring of Honor?
They're in a very unique position compared to anybody previously. I think as coaches and players, and not even just a player assistant, they're head coach and they're frontline players. I think there's been a learning curve, but I think they've taken to it. I think they've definitely learned some things over the last 5-6 months, to help them with that. Is, a lot of it's just how you communicate to players when you're, it's tough when you have pads on and it's like, well, where do I stop as a player and start as a coach sometimes? But they've done well, and it helps, with their background. They deserve a lot of respect off the bat from anybody that comes in that room and interacts with them. So, I think they've done a really good job, and I think, as time goes on, maybe 10 years or so, they're, or much earlier than that, they're going to be great coaches. I think, if you can do it as a player with the pressure that you have on you as a player, when you don't have that pressure as a player, it's probably, I hate to say easier, but it's probably a little bit easier for sure. So, whenever they're done playing, I think they're going to be amazing coaches. What
challenges have you seen them overcome, particularly as someone who's coached goalies, who's been here since the beginning of the Hat-tricks as well?
I think that communication piece, I think it's, how do you communicate as a coach, as a head coach and a player? I think they've done a really good job figuring that out. I think that was kind of a tough one. I think also thinking about the team in a different way, kind of taking more of a 30,000-foot view, kind of thinking about, okay, well, how does this affect other people a little bit more than maybe you would as a player? I think probably spending a little bit more time with film, things like that. But they've taken to it. They've done a really great job at it.
Is scouting something that goes into that when you're also on the ice? You have matchups to worry about. You have certain tendencies to look at on film. Is scouting a big part of that co-ed coach responsibility in addition to playing?
Yeah, it's a shared responsibility. We're all looking at the games. You know what I mean? Like, it's not like we all have to look at them. We love this, and this is what we do, and we look at the games, and we all come in.
Back in downtown Binghamton, just a couple moments away from the start of the second period between the Danbury Hat-tricks and the Binghamton Black Bears. Hello again, Hat-Tricks fans. Doug Latuca with you. First game of this home and home, Hat-Tricks and Black Bears. This the 9th meeting of 11 between the two teams this year. Binghamton winners of 6 of the first 8, but a fairly even first period. Shots 12-6 favoring the Black Bears. Both Connor McAnana and Connor McCullum were sharp. MC with a couple showstoppers flashing the leather. Hat-Tricks had a late arrival here to Binghamton, a bit of a bus issue, but didn't seem like it fazed him too much in that first period. We'll see how they respond through the duration of the contest as the puck is down and we are off and running. In period 2, Hat-Tricks from right to left. They gain the line quickly. Left side, Pamela, and he shoots! Missed the far post. It squirts back out to center of the Hat-Tricks. Reorganize, right back in. Vasiliev on left wing. He'll shoot it off the backboards. Pitchfork down low through Woolley. And Stone sauces for Stubbs. Up the near side for the Black Bears. Gains the red, gains the blue. Dropping for Kyle Steffen, right side circle. Stubbs around the net, centers to the back. Stone's wrist shot blocked. Scooped up at the right circle by Woolley, and he'll charge up left wing and flip in on McAnana. Hat-Tricks make a change 45 seconds in to the second period. Kudos to the players, the equipment staff, Bob D'Alessio, JP Cuccia, and all the guys for getting into the arena. They had about 20-30 minutes to stretch out, get their equipment on for warm-ups. Here's Roberker's cutting to the net, and he slipped it wide of the right post. A strong power move from the left circle, cut across the slot, and shot it wide. This another big test for the Hat-Tricks. They fell by 1 goal 2 weeks ago to the Black Bears, and here tonight looking for a win against the top team in not only the Empire, but the FPHL as a whole. Puck spits out into the high slot. LaBelle for the Hat-Tricks. To the far side, Bedard. Wrist shot, ramps off a stick. Clanks down near side. At the half wall, it's Ruiz. Threads a pass through. It was detected. One-handed in the slot. Ratcliffe pops it over the net. Didn't get a lot on it, but just shoveled it over the crossbar. Ratcliffe wins. Centers. Vasiliev score! The strike from Ratcliffe behind the net won the battle, and he found Alexander Vasiliev in the slot. And early in the second period, the Hat-Tricks take a 1-0 lead. Ratcliffe was surging in the offensive zone. He had the shot go over the net, tracked down the rebound in the left corner, tossed it in front, and Vasiliev picks the corner. And the Hat-Tricks strike first. 1:55 into the second period. It's 1-0. Black Bears try to counter. It's Clark left side behind Ross, and Ross gets back. Poked this puck off his stick. Loose in the far corner. Woolley could not clear. Glove down by Mott. And he'll send it below the goal line. Vasiliev still out of the ice with Woolley and Frolov. For Vasiliev, it's his 10th goal, 40th point, and he stretches his point streak to 4 games. 4 goals, 6 points during that 4-game stretch. Puck taken away at center by Nick Swain for the Black Bears. Throws middle, and a one-timer from Mott. Went wide. Woolley up ahead for Vasiliev. Hops his stick. And Luke Doibels back for it for Binghamton. So the Hat-Tricks on the board first. 1:55 into the second period. Vasiliev from Ratcliffe. At the left point, a wrist shot. Blocked down by Harwell. The stretch pass looking for Ruiz, blocked down. Ratcliffe supports on left wing. He shoots, it's blocked. Dan Weber for the Black Bears. Kisses it off the far glass. Stopped down at center, and Gonzalez hammers it back in. So Ratcliffe with his team-high 36th assist. Vasiliev has 10 goals on the year. And 11 points in his last 8 games. 5 goals during that span. Puck hurled back into the Black Bears zone. A whistle. And the puck touched with a high stick, so the face-off at the right circle, Binghamton zone. We've played 3:33, period 2, and it's 1-0 Danbury on the Vasiliev goal in front. Right circle draw, Hat-Tricks win. Gonzalez across the ice for Hullaby. Sprung off his stick. Stone in the left corner for the Black Bears had his stick lifted by Robinson, who wins the battle. Low left Robinson to the back. Pamelayan, wrist shot tipped. Glove saved by McAnanama, and he covers after a bit of a juggle with the glove. Hat-Tricks scored first on the 14th here in Binghamton. It was Woolley on the power play. They actually led 3-1 in that game, but surrendered 3 unanswered goals in that 4-3 loss. Hat-Tricks win another face-off. Left point, Pamelayan. He'll sauce it below the goal line through Bond. Newberg for the Hat-Tricks, tied up with Steffen. Gavin Yates for Binghamton. Whacking at it. Newberg trying to gain possession. Hullaby spinning. And Yates turned away in the left corner. It's Stone. Indirect pass off the near boards. Stubbs filters ahead. Swatted at by Pamelayan. Steffen keeps it moving forward. And it's banked out to center. Stone will shoot in. 4:30 erased in the second period. And it's 1-0 Danbury. Right up the gut, it's Newberg. Elevated pass, batted down. Robinson shoots. It deflected off the backboards in front. And just missed the pad of McAnanama. So crisis averted for Binghamton. Meanwhile, the puck in the far corner, Hat-Trick zone. Robinson spins off a check far half wall. Ramakers pestering him. And it finds the stick of Newberg. Noah Robinson back in the lineup, first time since the 19th. Dealing here's Oliveri, near side wall, feathers it off the end boards. A shot outside, off the post and out. The light went on, the fans are celebrating, but the referee says no goal. Frolov will scoop it out to center. Fans are still on their feet. Can't believe it didn't count. Still 1-0 Danbury. About 6 minutes into the second period. Dion retrieves for Binghamton. Up for Thompson. Charging over the logo. Over the blue now. Thompson dancing. Knocked away by LaBelle. Starts the transition right to left. Ruiz. Chugging right wing in the far corner. Stick lifted by Anderson. Spins off. Harwell shoots. Missed the target. Left point, Mo Valley. Side steps, wrist one wide left, pops off the end boards for Ruiz. He fires, deflected, save, rebound, score! Harwell with cleanup duty in front. The Hat-Tricks with back-to-back goals early in the third. They're up 2-0. Ruiz turned and fired from the right half wall. It was stopped by McAnanama, plopped down for Harwell, who slipped it past the right pad of McAnanama. And 2 goals in the opening 6:15 of the second. And the Hat-Tricks have some momentum and have a 2-goal cushion. Now the referees over at the scorer's area. The Black Bears, about a minute and a half, 2 minutes before, thought they had tied the game up. We're taking a look at the replay on the big board, and no, that hit off the left post and out. It didn't really sound like it hit any iron, though. That's why most of the fans thought it went in and out of the net, but off the post behind McCullum to his left and out. 2-0 Danbury.
And number 63, Justin Lavalley.
Harwell with his 26th goal of the year. Black Bears looking to counter. A pass thread through, missed Yates. Hat-tricks the other way. Into the zone, left wing Ruiz. He'll stop, fling it cross ice behind Ratcliffe. And the Black Bears start the transition. Indirect pass for Yates, dropping for Steffin. Stubbs supporting, Steffin to the near side. Doyle shooting wide, looking for a redirection. Weber keeps it left point. He'll feather it through. Corralled, near side Yates. Cuts up top, his shot blocked. Follow up, out to the point. Weber walking near side, shoots, score! It got through the bodies. Dan Weber, a wrister from up high. Weaved its way through the traffic. And the Black Bears get on the board and cut the lead in half. It's 2-1. Dan Weber with the goal, his second of the year. And the response from the Black Bears. So the goals now coming in bunches for both of these teams. Scoreless to the opening 20, and now 7:15 in to the middle frame. It is 2-1. The Black Bears shoot in behind McCullum. Gonzalez tapping it for Newberg in the far corner. Up ahead for Hullaby. He'll shovel it up high off the scoreboard and down. 12:26 to go in the second period. 3 goals, 2 from the Hat-tricks, and most recently, Weber for the Black Bears. Stay with us on the Hat-tricks Digital Network.
Need custom signs or graphics? Vision Designs brings your vision to life with quality printing and design services. Call Vision Designs today for all your custom printing needs. Need a plumber you can trust? Hope Plumbing offers fast, reliable service for all your plumbing needs. From repairs to installations, we've got you covered. Hope Plumbing, where your home is our priority. Hungry for a steak? Come to Texas Roadhouse for hand-cut steaks, fall-off-the-bone ribs, and more. Visit Texas Roadhouse today, where great food and great times come together. Drive in style with Todd Maserati, offering the latest Maserati models and top-quality service. Visit Todd Maserati today for the luxury car experience you've been waiting for. Raise a glass at Reverie Brewing Company, locally brewed craft beer in a variety of styles. Visit our tap room today and sip on something special. Reverie Brewing, where beer meets imagination. Products available at the Danbury Ice Arena.
Back in Binghamton, 2-1 Hat-tricks. 2 goals, Vasiliev and Harwell at 1:55 and 6:15, followed up by Weber at 7:11. So 56 seconds after the Hat-tricks took a 2-0 lead, Weber cuts the deficit in half, and that's where we stand. The left circle face-off in the Hat-trick zone. Center and Thompson. Oh, he did it again! McCullum, unbelievable! He did it 2 weeks ago, robbed Kirkby on the doorstep. He did it in the first period, and now the glove going to work again. Thompson denied. Austin Thompson, the Black Bears leader in goals, with Kirkby still serving that suspension, and Thompson all alone in the slot. Met up with the glove of McCullum. And this game remains 2-1. Harwell with his 26th goal. He's got a 4-game point streak, 7 goals, 9 points during that span. 5 goals and 8 points against the Black Bears now in 9 games for Harwell. Coming off a 3-point performance the other night. Frolov fanned on a one-time chance. Far side, Vasiliev keeps it moving. Right point, Bedard. Low right, Frolov centers. It's blocked by Stone. Bouncing puck, far half wall. Settled by Vasiliev. Left point, it's Pamelayan. Cross ice, tipped into the corner. Frolov Shot from Bedard, patted away by McAnanima. The clear, rolling down the ice, and turns into an icing on the Black Bears. Harwell entered the night on that 3-game point streak. All 3 games he had multiple points. That top trio of Harwell, Ruiz, and Ratcliffe has been Danbury's best over the last 5 or so games. And with the absence of Gleb Van Durken, they're going to need their top guys to produce. Outlet pass all the way through. They beat the icing as Bond, the defenseman, crashed towards the net. Didn't get the shot off fanned. Meanwhile, the puck back in Binghamton territory. It's Jesse Anderson for the Black Bears, backtracking in his zone. 11 minutes to play in the second period. It's 2-1. Weber, his second goal of the year at 7-11. Just 56 seconds after Harwell made it 2-0. The Black Bears got on the board. From left to right, it's Swain. Over the logo at center, turned back by Ratcliffe. And again, Binghamton will reset. A stick lift, Clark on left wing, Ozone. Clark centers over the stick of Mott. Had a tap-in try. Dion's point shot, whistles wide, and it's a self-clear back out to center. Swain up to Mott, right side blue line. He'll chip in. Robinson banks it off the boards, can't clear. Stubbs at the left point, walks down the wall. Stubbs centers, intercepted by Ratcliffe. Cranks it off the glass, there goes Robinson, behind the D. Robinson to the net, he shoots, and a shoulder save, McAnanima. Dion was in Robinson's pocket, he got some good one on it, couldn't solve McAnanima. The other way, Yates, stuff try, and a kick save by McCullum with the left toe. End-to-end action again. And both of these goalies standing on their heads. 15 shots for the Black Bears, 13 for the Hat-Tricks. Goals from Vasiliev and Harwell at 1:55 and 6:15 for Danbury, followed up by the Weber goal at 7:11. It's 2-1, just past the midway point, second period. A turnover. Hat-Tricks 3-on-2 from right to left. Vasiliev gives Woolley near side. Hullaby fumbled the puck. His low to high pass intercepted by Stubbs over the blue line right side. Hits the brakes, turned it over. Hat-Tricks the other way. Woolley in the O-zone. Back for Vasiliev. High slot for Frolov into the middle. Woolley fan on the shot. Set up by Frolov. Tape to tape passing. No goal. Stefan now for the Black Bears. Around Pamelayan left side. He'll drop it. Oliveri, toe drag. Centering pass. And McCullum hops on top of it for the whistle. Well, everyone can catch their breath. It's 2-1. Hat-Tricks up on the Black Bears as we go back and forth here in Binghamton. Just under 9 to play on a Friday night from Visions Veterans Memorial Arena.
Stay warm this winter with Mitchell Oil. Reliable heating oil delivery and expert service to keep your home comfortable. Call Mitchell Oil today for quality service you can trust. Treat yourself at Peach Wave of Bethel. Fresh frozen yogurt with endless topping combinations. Visit today and create your perfect dessert. Peach Wave, where the possibilities are sweet. Building something special? Kellogg Hardwood Lumber has the finest kiln-dried hardwood lumber for all your projects. From flooring to furniture, we have what you need. Visit Kellogg Hardwood Lumber today. From sports injuries to joint pain, Ortho Connecticut has you covered. Expert orthopedic care for every body. Call today to schedule your consultation. Ortho Connecticut, where movement matters. Looking for reliable waste management solutions? Oak Ridge provides efficient, eco-friendly waste and recycling services for businesses and homes. Call Oak Ridge today and simplify your waste disposal. Looking for the perfect place to work on your golf game? Head to Golf Ranch in Brookfield. With a covered driving range, lessons for all skill levels, and a fun 18-hole mini golf course, there's something for everyone. Get ready to tee off at Golf Ranch in Brookfield.
Back in Binghamton, Hat-Tricks clinging to a 2-1 lead over the Black Bears. 8:51 remaining, second period. Connor McCullum is spectacular, 14 for 15. And a couple dazzling glove saves. Off the D-zone draw, Ratcliffe lugs it to the red line. He'll toss in. Behind the net, Harwell tied up with Stone. It's kicked to Dakota Bond for Binghamton. Zigzagging through center, the lead tipped on. It hit Gonzalez in the face. Meanwhile, Thompson's shot goes wide right. Gonzalez rejoins the play. It's to the back. Stone drags, shoots off the mask of McCullum. Pops to the far corner. Black Bears still with it. Right point. Stone down the wall, around Harwell. Stone, wrap around, kick save by McCullum. Slid over just in time, got the right pad there. Outlet, tapped down by Ruiz. Bond swerving over, dispossesses him of the puck, and the outlet from left to right. Black Bears gain the line, Oliveri. His pass blocked, keeps it alive, pops in the air, gloved out to the blue line, Anderson. In the O-zone. Left point, fresh off the bench, Dion. Dion twirling right corner. Surveys, up top, wrist shot, Mutt tipped and a stop again from McCullum. Outlet pass over the stick of Hullaby. A whistle and the mask of McCullum came off. Earlier in that sequence, it was a drive from up top that cranked off the mask of McCullum. Definitely stung him, he stayed with it, made a couple other saves, and then the mask pops off as he reconfigures the straps. Connor McCullum has started all 9 games against the Black Bears this year. His record just 2-5-1. But he has a .922 save percentage in the previous 8 games. He's fresh off his 3rd shutout of the season, 27 saves against the Dashers on Friday night. And this is 38th start of the year for the Hat-Tricks. His 20 wins are 2nd in the league, only behind Connor McAnanima, who has 28. And as we've mentioned before, McCullum had the most wins as a rookie last year, 24. Left circle draw. Newberg wins it for Danbury. The lead for Hullaby. He'll chip and charge around Dion. Picks it up left corner. Shielding the puck. Cross-check down by Dion. Still has it. Newberg spinning. He's in the lineup due to the Van Durken absence. Woolley, the 2 center, in between Frolov and Vasiliev. Bouncing puck onto the stick of Swain. Right through center. Into the middle. He shoots over the net. Swain end-to-end. Missed the target. He's back on it below the goal line. LaBelle finds Bedard. And up for Frolov, who waits for reinforcements. Indirect feed for Bedard. Off the far wall. And he'll shoot into the near corner before getting a change. We've leaked under 7 minutes remaining in the second period. It's 2-1 Danbury. Clark zipping up the right wing. Stops in the corner. Offensive zone, lost an edge. Hat-Tricks transition the other way. At center, Woolley for the trailing Vasiliev. It was poked in deep. Weber took possession. He has it at neutral ice. Ahead for Stubbs, gave it away. Woolley, the lead for Vasiliev. Black Bears getting back, and Anderson chops the puck off Vasiliev's stick. Weber ahead for Stubbs and Steffen. Right into the zone. Yates crisscrossing. Left circle, Yates. Around the net to the near side. Passes to the circle. A wrist shot, Weber. Stopped by McCullum and deflects into the netting. Weber has Binghamton's only goal. They almost tied the game there. The find from Yates, cross slot to the far circle. Weber walked in, ripped one, and McCullum got a piece. Hat-Tricks led 2-0. Weber, 56 seconds later, made it 2-1. Off the D-zone draw, the Hat-Tricks escape. Ratcliffe, far side Ruiz, O-zone, around Stephanie, shoots, save, rebound, Harwell. Low to high, Gonzalez back to Harwell. Near side, Pamelayan. He'll pound it down low. Looks like Zach Pamelayan playing some defense for the Hat-Tricks more recently. Now out there with Kyle Gonzalez. Loose puck, left side of the blue line. Sauce back for Weber. And even further for Doibles. Weber maneuvers through center, finds Stubbs, right side, shoots! Pad save McCullum. Loose in the slot, Newberg for the Hat-Tricks. Turns on the Jets. Tape to tape with Ratcliffe. He'll filter in. Gonzalez, the D-man, chasing after it. Met by Bond in the left corner. Harwell finishes him off, but it's Ramakers. Right through center. Crisscrosses, high slot. Wrister blocked by Bedard. Pops in the air. Down for Oliveri. Oh, they blew it dead. They lost sight of the puck. They thought it went out of play. Oliveri couldn't believe it as the puck fell right for him in the slot. Nothing he could do about it. Ref blew it dead. 4:51 left, second period. 2-1 Hat-Tricks, final media timeout here in Binghamton.
Hat-Tricks fans, are you hungry? Caroluzzi's Markets has the best sub shop and the best selection of chef-prepared meals for easy dinners. Caroluzzi's is your one-stop supermarket for all your grocery needs and so much more. Craving something sweet? Crumble Cookies in Danbury has the freshest, warmest cookies around. With new flavors every week, there's always a reason to treat yourself. Visit Crumble today. Products available at the Danbury Ice Arena. Hey Hat-Tricks fans, for a comfortable stay with great amenities, the only choice is the La Quinta by Wyndham in Danbury. Ask for the Hat-Tricks friends and family rate. You can't beat it. La Quinta. Get back to feeling your best with Hat City Physical Therapy. Personalized care for every body and every injury. Call today to start your recovery. Hat City Physical Therapy. Your health is our focus. Fairfield County Bank is the official bank of the Danbury Hat-Tricks. It's where the Hat-Tricks bank and the tellers wear the Danbury Hat-Tricks top hat. Fairfield County Bank is the hometown bank of the Danbury Hat-Tricks and are proud to support their hometown team.
Another great matchup, Hat-Tricks and Black Bears, a one-goal game, 2-1. Final 4:51 of the middle period. Hat-Tricks scoring the opening 2 goals in this period. Vasiliev from Ratcliffe at 1:55, Harwell from Ruiz and Mo Valley at 6:15. But Dan Weber, the first goal for the Black Bears, made it 2-1 at 7:11. CJ Stubbs and Kyle Steffen with the helpers. An ice issue in the right corner. Hat-Trick zone. Just off to the side of where the face-off will be taken. Hat-Tricks and Black Bears playing 3 times over the next 5 for Danbury. Their trip to Biloxi sandwiched in between. This the first game of the home and home. Tomorrow, alumni night in Danbury. And then the 2 face-off back here in Binghamton on the 11th. Second to last game of the year. Right circle draw, a tie-up. It's whacked to the right corner. LaBelle up for Robinson, gave it away, Thompson. Outer ring left circle, across the grain, past Stone. Robinson charging for it. Stone's pass nearly picked off. Did find Bond, Ramakers, toe drag, lost it. Robinson charging in, left side. He'll hit the brakes, outer ring left circle. All the way across, Bedard kicks it down, but onto the stick of Austin Thompson. He'll zip in left side. Thompson around Bedard, backhander, stopped by McCullum. He clamps it down under the right arm. 20th save of the game for Connor McCullum. McAnanima 12 for 14 in Binghamton's net. Black Bears already clinched the Empire Division, second straight year. They're also the top team in the FPHL, home ice advantage all the way through the playoffs. Hat-Tricks come in 9 points up on the Prowlers for second place in the division. Off the face-off, puck trickles in on McCullum, and again, he puts the glove on top. Another D-zone face-off upcoming at the far circle. We'll keep tabs on that Prowlers-Rockers game throughout the night. Port Huron had an early 1-0 lead last time we checked. Woolley fails to clear, glove down, Stone right point. He'll pound it in deep, near giveaway. Vasiliev comes away with it for the Hat-Tricks. He spins out of trouble, Up ahead, Harwell. Rather, that's Ross for the hat-tricks, number 5. His centering pass off a skate. And Nick Swain lugs into the O-zone, right side for Binghamton. His shot blocked by Mo Valley, who stood his ground. Swain back on it. Up the wall, curls back down it, right corner. Drops for Cam Clark. He'll slip it for Anderson, pinching right point. Anderson around the net, left side, wrap around, stop. Rebound, Clark drags, missed the target, off the back, they score! Batted out of the air, Chris Mott. Tie game, 2-2, with 3.5 to play in the second. Hand-eye coordination, Chris Mott. Clark set up on a tee in the slot, ripped it off the back glass, popped in front, and tapped in by Mott. His 4th goal in the last 5 games, Chris Mott. His 13th of the year, up to 26 points in his rookie season. So back-to-back strikes from the Black Bears after 2 in a row from the hat-tricks. 4 total goals in this period, and we're tied at 2. Kyle Steffen burrowing in right side, throws into the middle. Ratcliffe steers it to the far wall. Wrapped up with Stubbs. 3 white jerseys, 2 black, swatted to the back. Up high, Steffen, on goal, sticked aside by McCullum. Ratcliffe flubs the clear. Gavin Yates tiptoes the blue line, wheeling right side, Yates to the net, his shot stopped. He goes crashing into the end boards. Meanwhile, it's one-handed out to center by Harwell. Back for it, Steffen. He'll find Dale Dion in the Binghamton end. Ratcliffe collided with Steffen at the Black Bears blue line, and they blow it dead. Interference on Binghamton. A collision between Kyle Steffen and Jacob Ratcliffe. And right after the Black Bears tie the game up at 2, this potent hat-tricks power play gets its 3rd crack. They're 0 for 2. Mentioned just 3 goals in 50 chances against the Black Bears. This hat-tricks power play. Binghamton's kill, 3rd in the league, 85.5%. Also have to watch out. They have 14 shorties, the most in the league. Binghamton wins the face-off, and they clear it down the ice. Steffen interference sits, 15 off the power play. Vasiliev volts in right side, cuts, shoots wide left. He pounces on it near half wall. He'll wheel it around, rolling puck on the kick plate. Mott's clear. Clogged up right point. Down for Gonzalez. Threads it near side, Vasiliev. Back up high, Gonzalez. Take it away, there goes Thompson, shorthanded. Back is Robinson, Thompson, right side, shoots, scores! They've done it again, shorthanded. Their league high 15th. And it's Austin Thompson who picks the top left corner. 3 straight goals in this period. And the Black Bears have their first lead of the game. Thompson's team high 30th goal of the year. Up to 61 points with Kirkby out of the lineup. He leads in those categories. And he does it short-handed to provide Binghamton their first advantage. Thompson's 4th short-handed goal of the year. Leads the group. So the hat-tricks in search of the equalizer. Still a minute to go on the power play. Low left, Harwell into the middle, Ruiz tipped off his stick. Ratcliffe at the right point. He curls. Finds Hullaby, shielding in the far corner. Low to high, Ratcliffe. Back for Hullaby in the corner. Slipped off his stick, Dion. The lefty on his backhand, harassed by Harwell in the clear, leaks out to center. 1:15 in the period, 35 on the Steffen interference. Black Bears with 3 straight goals have the lead. Here's Harwell, too far in front of Ratcliffe. To the back, it's Ruiz at the right circle. Team high 10 power play goals. In his office, left circle. Ruiz across the ice. Ratcliffe off the boards. Down low, Vasiliev for Ruiz. Tucked away by Clark, who zigzags out of trouble. Bouncing puck at the logo. Final 40 of the period. Power play is over. A collision between Ratcliffe and Clark. Hat-tricks from right to left. Vasiliev cuts middle. Vasiliev shoots. Save Macadamma with the glove. Black Bears wanted a penalty. They didn't get it, but they kill off Danbury's third power play of the game. And in the process, they take the lead. Thompson unassisted at 18:03. 31.5 in the period. Right circle faceoff. Shots 28-15 Black Bears. They'll kick out Scott Ramakers on Binghamton's side. Connor Woolley against Austin Thompson, who right now has the go-ahead goal. Woolley wins it. It ricochets off of Frolov and back into the hat-trick zone. Kamalayan off the near boards into the bench, so another whistle. And the face-off in the hat-trick's end. Right circle, 23.3. In a 3-2 game, Binghamton in front. Ramakers tried to win it forward. Woolley ended up coming away with it. Kamalayan for Frolov, right side with 15. Frolov dips the shoulder on Bond, around the net to the near side. He'll poke it to the back. Left point, Woolley with 10. Across, Gonzalez, drags, shoots, tipped, Vasiliev in front. Stone takes it for the Black Bears. He'll sky it through center, plops down for Oliveri. He shoots, save at the horn. Oliveri almost smashed his stick up against the glass. He was irate there wasn't a penalty called. Kamalayan lifted his stick. Not sure it would have counted anyway if it went in, but a save nonetheless from McCullum. Black Bears score 3 in a row. Weber at 7-11 made it 2-1. Then Mott batting it out of midair at 16:32, and the short-handed go-ahead goal. Thompson at 18:03, and the Black Bears have fully dug themselves out of an early second period 2-0 hole, and they lead the Hat-Tricks 3-2 after 2. And many will remember who watched just a couple weeks ago on the 14th, the Hat-Tricks, they had a 3-1 lead in that second period. They scored twice shorthanded, adding to their power play goal in the first, possessed a 3-1 lead over Binghamton. Black Bears scored twice in the second to tie it up, and then it was Dakota Bond early in the third who went end-to-end for a top-shelf power play goal. That was the game winner, and the Hat-Tricks walked away with no points in that game. Throughout the night, we've mentioned how difficult it is to beat the Black Bears. They've lost just 6 times, 5 in regulation, once past regulation, and the Hat-Tricks have handed them 2 of their 6 losses this year. Once here in Binghamton on the 2nd of November. That was a shootout win for the Hat-Tricks, and the other victory was November 23rd in Danbury, a 7-4 win. But the Hat-Tricks still have some work to do as they're trying to claw their way back in this game. And it seems like it's always a 1-2 goal game with the Black Bears. And most recently, Danbury has been on the short end of these final scores despite some really tight games. Well, the Black Bears have won 5 in a row. And 23 of their last 24. Hat-Tricks winners of 3 straight with victories in 21 of their previous 28 games. Points in 22 of the last 24. They were very strong in January, February, and now here in March. And even back to December, they started to turn on the gas after a rocky first 2 months. And at this point, the two top teams in the Empire Division clashing head-to-head. 9th time out of 11. Black Bears have gotten the better of the hat trick, 6 wins in 8 tries, but a lot of the games have looked just like this. Almost a carbon copy here tonight. And still 20 minutes to decide against a Binghamton team that has surrendered the 3rd fewest goals in the FPHL. They average about 2.5 allowed per game. They score the most, 5.1 per contest, 255, the most out of any team in the league. Hat tricks have scored the 2nd most goals in the FPHL this year, 217. They average just over 4. So the hat tricks will try to get through Connor McAnanima and his league-high 28 wins. He's been the best goaltender in the FPHL this year, but Connor McCullum is putting on a show for Danbury. 26 saves on 29 shots. Arguably, 2 or 3 of his best of the year have come in this game, and the hat tricks still trail. The Black Bears applying pressure in the back half of that period and scoring twice. After the 15-minute mark at 16:32, it was Motti tied it at 2, and then Thompson shorthanded with the go-ahead goal at 18:03. Well, we're looking for some positives headed into the 3rd period. The hat tricks, when they score the first goal this year, they're 24-3. They scored the first 2 goals in tonight's game. They also led the Black Bears. Rather, they have not led in this. They led 2-0 in that 2nd period. It was scoreless after the first. When they trail heading into the 3rd period, they're 4-11-1. But a couple of those wins have come more recently for Danbury as they've clawed their way out of some 3rd period deficits, looking to do the same here again tonight. And fans will remember last year, hat tricks erased a deficit in the 3rd period against the Black Bears. Goals from Chase Harwell and Corey Cunningham resulted in a regulation win for Danbury, which was just as difficult last year to come by here in Binghamton as it is this season. The hat tricks have done it before and will look to do it again as we approach period 3 from Vision's Veterans Memorial Arena in Binghamton. Before we hit a break, let's hear from our friends at Shrink Wrappers of Connecticut. Protect your investments with Shrink Wrappers of Connecticut. Whether it's outdoor furniture, boats, or your outdoor kitchen, we've got you covered. Literally, at Shrink Wrappers of Connecticut, we specialize in expert shrink wrapping to safeguard your valuable items from harsh weather, dirt, and damage. We wrap anything. No job is too big or too small. We're your trusted local choice for professional shrink wrapping services. Call us today at 203-791-9317 and let us help you protect what matters most. Shrink Wrappers of Connecticut. We wrap it. You relax. About 11.5 minutes until the start of the 3rd period. Hat tricks looking for their 14th comeback win of the season. They came from behind against the Dashers on Friday night. On Saturday. They beat the Dashers 9-0 Friday and 6-3 on Saturday. And the comeback kids will look for another win in arguably Danbury's biggest test of the season against the top team in the FPHL. All right, we'll step out and return for the third period from Binghamton. It's 3-2 Black Bears after 2. This is Danbury Hat-Tricks Hockey right here on the Hat-Tricks Digital Network.
Hat-Tricks fans, get ready for your next fishing adventure with Candlewood Bait and Tackle. Everything you need from live bait to top quality gear. Visit us today and reel in the big one. Need a coffee fix? Cash and Live Coffee Creations has your favorite lattes, cold brews, and more. Made fresh, just for you. Cash and Live Coffee Creations, where coffee meets creativity. Products available at the Danbury Ice Arena. The Danbury Parking Authority reminds you to park in the Patriot Garage across the street from the Danbury Ice Arena. It's safe, secure, and legal. Make sure the only ticket you get is to the game.
welcome you back inside Visions Veterans Memorial Arena in downtown Binghamton, New York. This the start of arguably the biggest period of the season for the Hat-Tricks. Both these teams know they'll be playing in the playoffs in the coming weeks, but Danbury against a Black Bears team that's beat them 6 times through the first 8, looking to hand Binghamton just their 4th loss on home ice. Hat-Tricks had a 2-0 lead in that second period. Black Bears scored 3 unanswered goals. Austin Thompson, short-handed, has the go-ahead score. Teams flip sides, puck is down, and here we go, third period. Hat-Tricks from left to right, it's Vasiliev at the circle. Stick lifted by Kyle Steffen, applying the back check. Dan Stone from behind the net, pestered by Vasiliev, throws it up ahead, past Stubbs, icing waved off. Bedard near half wall, poked off the puck. It's free left point, Bond. Cross corner dump, springs off the end boards, out to center. Vasiliev charging after it. Bond on his hip, ties him up. Vasiliev shielding, falls to the ice, and Steffen has it for the Black Bears. Tape to tape, Gavin Yates through center into the O-zone left side. Yates swoops around the net to the far side. Yates lost it, out to center it goes. Black Bears forced to touch up, and the puck back in Binghamton territory, almost given away in the zone. Instead, Hat-Tricks take possession on their half of the ice. It's shot into the Binghamton zone. Jesse Anderson reverses near side through Johnny Ruiz for the Hat-Tricks. Ruiz back on it, near wall for Harwell. Slapper blockered away by McAnanima. Loose puck, far wall. It's Thompson right onto the blade of Oliveri. He'll chop it into the right corner. Ramakers leaves it for Thompson. Right point, Anderson shoots, gloved by McCullum, and no rebound with a couple bodies passing through. Black Bears with a 3-2 lead over the Hat-Tricks. We've played 1:35 in this third period. Hat-Tricks winners of 3 in a row, 21 of their last 28. Black Bears on a 5-game winning streak. They have just 1 loss over their last 24 games. Right circle face-off. Hat-Trick zone, Newberg and Ramakers. They jostle for it. It's whacked to the near wall by Newberg, pinching Weber's shot pass through Thompson. Another try, deflected wide off the stick of Luke Doibles. It's pounded back into the left corner. Newberg controls for Danbury. Bedard uses the far wall, trickles out to center. Black Bears right back in. It's Mott on left wing around Pamelayan, sprints after it. Crunched by Bedard in the corner. Pass up top, picked off by Hullaby. He'll sauce it into the Binghamton zone. 2:15 into the third period. It's 3-2 Black Bears. All 5 goals in this game coming in the second. Weber shoots. Missed the target wide right. Follow-up chance, redirected on a kick stop from McCullum. Woolley will scoop it as far as center. McCullum in Danbury's net has made 28 saves on 31 shots. McAnanima is 14 for 16. LaBelle for Pamelayan, takes a hit from Mott. Frolov clanks it off the far boards. Bond backtracks in his zone, outlets Mott at center. Onto the stick, Stone fires, saved by McCullum. Right into the breadbasket. And again, no crumbs from the Hat-Trick starter. Game 51 of 56. Hat-Tricks play the Black Bears 3 times over the next 5, including tomorrow night in Danbury. The end of this home and home, it's alumni night from the DIA. Off the D-zone draw, it's Zach Ross. Chugging around the net for LaBelle. Near side, Frolov at center. Steps over the blue line. Frolov centers, Vasiliev waiting in the slot, poked away by Stone. Yates spinning, tumbling, lost an edge at center, complaining, wanted a call. Frolov dancing through the D, spins, Stubbs took it away. There goes Stubbs, right wing, rears back, fires, scores! Stubbs took it away at center, and he pounds a slapper from the top of the right circle. Black Bears enhance their lead, it's 4-2. 3:30 in to the final period of regulation. Frolov made a couple of nice moves at center ice, but got knocked off the puck. Stubbs rear-backed and ripped a slap shot, post and in. 4 unanswered goals from the Black Bears. And a 4-2 lead. Still plenty of time for the Hat-Tricks to stage a comeback. Stubbs, his 22nd goal of the year. He's over 60 points. Hat-Tricks in the zone. Movali's shot raised off a body and wide. Anderson for Dion. Angled off the far boards at center. Harwell picks it free. He'll chip it in deep. Dion pushed on by Ratcliffe in the right corner. Ramakers near half wall. Shovels out to center. Pounces back on it. Dion touching for Anderson. Right wing Ozone. Hits the break. Shoots, deflected on. Save by McCullum as he was sprawling in the blue paint and hopped on top of it. Hat-Tricks led this game 2-0 on goals from Vasiliev and Harwell, 6:15 into the second. Black Bears scored 3 times to finish off the period, and now Stubbs unassisted. 3:30 in to period 3, and it's 4-2 Binghamton. Mentioned they're the most prolific offensive team in the league, averaging over 5 goals per game. An alley-oop pass gloved down by Weber at his blue line. Black Bears try to press on into the hat-trick zone. Danbury from left to right. It's Robinson at center over the blue line. Around Doibles. Robinson centers into the skates of Newberg. He puts it in front. Hullaby shot saved by McAnanima. Near side boards, it's LaBelle. Into the right corner. It's wheeled all the way around. Pamelayan down the left wall. He shoots off the side of the net. Doibles reversing course for Weber. 5 minutes erased. Third period. Black Bears 4, Hat-Tricks 2. In the first game of this home and home, 9th meeting of the year between the two. Black Bears have won 6 of the first 8. Pamelayan stopped up the near wall. A wrist shot, gloved by McCullum. Swain took it away and wristed it into the catching mitt. We've played 5:16 in this third period. The Black Bears have grown their lead. Stubbs at 3:30 made it 4-2 Binghamton.
When legal matters arise, trust Chipman, Mizuko, and Emerson. Expert legal guidance for businesses and individuals. Your case matters. Let us help you with personalized professional service. Keep your car running smoothly with Dowler Garage. From maintenance to repairs, trust our experts to get the job done right. Visit Dowler Garage in New Preston today. Service you can depend on. When disaster strikes, Paul Davis is here to help. From fire and water damage to mold removal, we provide fast and reliable restoration services. Paul Davis, restoring your peace of mind. Need tickets? TicketSmarter makes it easy to find and buy tickets for concert, sports, and more. Visit ticketsmarter.com today and get the best seats in the house. Frustrated with your business's sluggish tech? Advanced Computer Technologies is here to help. From IT solutions to cybersecurity, we've got you covered. Call us today and keep your business tech on track towards the future.
Little more than 5 minutes have leaked off the third period clock, and the Black Bears have stretched their lead. CJ Stubbs at 3:30 of this third period stole a puck at neutral ice and hammered one past McCullum, rang off the iron and in. Black Bears with 4 straight goals have a 4-2 lead. Left circle draw, hat-trick zone, and a shot fought off by McCullum. Swain right off the face-off, ripped it wide left. Mo Valley to Ross in the far corner. The lead Vasiliev, backhand onto the blade of Woolley. Right point, Frolov. Cross ice, Vasiliev skates into it. In the left corner, low to high, Mo Valley shooting, redirected off the back glass. Swooping in is Ross from the right point, finds Vasiliev. Right corner, around the net. Vasiliev, back for Frolov, hopped his stick. It was an elevated pass. Frolov tried to corral and rip, and he never got the handle. Hatricks gained the line. Frolov dancing around Stefan to the net. It's taken away by Dakota Bond. Storming in left side O-zone. He'll filter one in front. Stefan one-hands it below the goal line. Vasiliev gets there for Danbury. Wheels it to the near wall. Drop, it's Bond. Left point for Binghamton. On the backhand, across to his deep partner Stone. Right side shot. Kick save, McCullum. On the deflection. Bond keeps it alive. Hands off Yates. Into the middle. Stubbs rips it wide. Rebound. Swatted at. Stubbs again all alone in the slot. Off the mark. Pamelayan steps over the red and flutters in. Puck is rainbowed back into Danbury territory. Pamelayan kicking it to himself. Tied up with Stubbs. Had his pocket picked by Yates. And the puck rolls back into the Hatricks end. Pamelayan ahead for Harwell. Charging right up the gut. He wrists one into the midsection of McAnanama. He covers it up about a foot in front of the blue paint. Well, we mentioned earlier, Hatricks got to Binghamton at about 6 o'clock today. They had about 20-25 minutes to get ready for warm-ups after a bit of a bus issue. We weren't sure how it would affect this Danbury squad. They looked good in the first, came out of the gates hot in the second, but now they've let up 4 straight goals and are in a 2-goal hole. O-zone draw at the right circle for the Hatricks. Newberg against Ramakers. Newberg joined by Robinson and Hullaby. A tie-up, poke to the near half wall. Hullaby lifts Oliveri's stick all the way through Robinson, shoving Ramakers. The outlet kept in left point, Bedard. Filters down low. Left side, Newberg centers all the way through, hit off a leg. Right point, LaBelle shooting, tipped, steered away with the stick by McAnanama. Anderson out for Oliveri to Thompson, and the return Oliveri over the blue line into the middle. Ramakers, Clapper, save, rebound, denied as well. It was a knuckling puck, and now a fight in the right corner, Hatrick zone. Newberg going after Ramakers, I believe. Newberg with a couple uppercuts, he got him twice with the right. Newberg with 2 big rights, still pounding Ramakers. Ramakers goes down, and Josh Newberg just bullied Scott Ramakers. Oh, baby, that was a pounding. Those are 2 or 3 of the biggest right hands we've seen this season. Newberg connecting to the chin of Ramakers. Newberg did not like contact in the crease involving McCullum and Ramakers. It's not the first time it's happened tonight. We remember Harwell in the first period dropped the gloves with Weber after a hit on Ruiz. We had more pushing and shoving on a couple of collisions with McCullum throughout this game, and Newberg just manhandled Ramakers. He had about 3 or 4 uppercut rights, 2 rights to the side of the cheek of Ramakers, even a couple lefts from the veteran Newberg, and maybe that's the jolt the Hatricks need. That all happened after a knuckle shot. Surprised McCullum, he got it with the glove, and the follow-up was also stopped. Hatricks are on a power play. Down 4-2, 12-14 on the clock. Ramakers gets the extra penalty for roughing at 7:46. A golden opportunity for the Hatricks to cut the deficit in half. They led 2-0 in this game early second. Black Bears have 4 straight goals, 3 in the second, 1 here in the third. Bouncing puck far side, just inside the Binghamton zone, and it's pounded out to center. Puck is scooped back in on McCullum. He'll hand it off for LaBelle. 11:40 on the clock, third period. Hat-Tricks trail by 2. 1:20 on the power play. McAnanama clears it himself. Hat-Tricks have their second unit out there. It's Pamelayan, Woolley, Robinson, Frolov, and Vasiliev. Frolov, right side. Rather, that's Robinson, smeared out of the play. Frolov helping him out. Free puck in the corner. Vasiliev smeared to the end boards. Weber up the near wall, and out to center it goes. Hat-Tricks will go 200 feet from left to right with 45 seconds left on the man advantage. A giveaway at center. It's Weber looking for the outlet. Misconnects with Stubbs. Pamelayan was back on defense anyway. Hat-Tricks desperately need a goal here. They have power play goals in 9 of their last 10. They were 1 for 3 against the Dashers Saturday. 0 for 3 here tonight. Vasiliev bursting in left side. Drops Ratcliffe, shoots! Deflected over the net. Vasiliev holding his hand, I believe. His left glove is off. He's feeling some pain. Takes a seat on the bench. Power play is over. And the Black Bears survive again. Mentioned third best kill in the league. Hat-Tricks are 0 for 4. No icing, McAnanama wanted it. Meanwhile, the free puck behind the net. Bond banks it off the near side wall. Outlet Mott, left wing ozone. He'll stop outer ring left circle. Mott, cross ice, flutters for Bond, centers all the way through. Thompson standing in the crease, made contact with McCullum again. Puck in the Binghamton zone. Drop off for Ruiz. Right circle, Ruiz centers, deflected on, and a stop from McAnanama. 2-on-1 the other way for Binghamton if they hurry. Thompson, right side, drag, shoots, scores! Austin Thompson, a slingshot from the right circle. Another laser beam over the right shoulder of McCullum. Make it 5 unanswered goals for the Black Bears, 2 here in the third, and it's 5-2 Binghamton. So Hat-Tricks failing to cash in on their opportunities, and the Black Bears 5 goals on 40 shots. That shot might have been deflected by Pamelayan into the top left corner. And Binghamton starting to run away with this one. Mentioned how difficult it is to beat the Black Bears, especially on home ice. Hat-Tricks are seeing that in full effect here. After a 2-0 lead, they've surrendered the last 5 goals as we approach 9 minutes left in the third period. At center right side, it's Robinson. He'll shoot in, go to the bench for a change. These two teams will meet up again tomorrow in Danbury. 5th annual alumni night. Danbury hockey, 6 inductees into the Ring of Honor tomorrow. And the Hat-Tricks will look to take down the Black Bears for the 2nd time on home ice this year. They did it on November 23rd, 7-4 final. Ruiz lifts his stick, a clear attempt, clanks off a skate. It's back out to center, Swain, the lead for Mott. Right wing, snow showers, filters below the goal line. Swain sidesteps a Woolley check. Woolley, outlet, bouncing puck. Harwell chips and charges. It's rolling in on McAnanama. He comes out of the net, and he shoots off the near wall. The other way, Swain, left wing, around LaBelle, he shoots, safe, rebound, flubbed. 2 cracks at it for Nick Swain. McCullum made the first stop, and Swain fanned on the second. A turnover at center ice, it's Clark. Right wing, through the legs to the backhand. The lefty around the net near side. Back down low. Centering pass, Thompson. Clark went down. Black Bears wanted a call. Sweeney to the middle. Clark's one-timer. Fought off by McCullum, who got a stick on it. 7:30 remaining in the third period. It's a 5-2 Binghamton lead. A game that got away from the Hattricks in a hurry. Ruiz right up the gut. Gives off near side. It was deflected away. Outlet looking for the Thompson hat trick. Here's Stone in the slot. Back for Thompson over his stick. Stone centers. Pass Steffen to the back. Oliveri slapper. Never got through off the leg of Pamelayan, who stumbles back to the bench. Harwell and Oliveri collided at center. Fans applaud. Bond at center. Here goes Robinson and Oliveri, and Robinson rips Oliveri down, and now a bit of a wrestling match on the ice. It was an Oliveri and Harwell collision at center ice, and Robinson took down Oliveri, but the Binghamton faithful like it. A bit of a blindside hit from Oliveri as Harwell was backtracking through center with the puck. Didn't see Oliveri, who hit him in the midsection. So they will decipher the penalties with 6:47 left in regulation. The Black Bears up on the Hattricks 5-2.
Craving that perfect thin crust pizza? Head to Van's Bar Style Pizza in Danbury. Enjoy delicious, crispy edge bar style pizza and have some fun in our arcade while you're here. Great food and entertainment for the whole family, only at Van's Bar Style Pizza in Danbury. Looking for your next ride? Orchard Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram in Hudson has you covered. With a wide selection of new and pre-owned vehicles, plus unbeatable deals, Orchard CDJR is your one-stop shop for all things automotive. Visit Orchard Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram in Hudson today, where great cars meet great service. Diversified Printing Solutions in Danbury is the Hattrick's official printing partner. You want it printed? Call Tina and let them get it inked up for you. DPS Printing Solutions. They can do it all. Locally owned, printed on paper from Connecticut trees. Upgrade your home with Buzz 8 Appliance, offering the latest in appliances with expert service and unbeatable prices. Visit us today or shop online. Buzz 8 Appliance, your local home solution.
Doug Latuca back with you inside Visions Veterans Memorial Arena in downtown Binghamton. Harwell and Oliveri collided at center. Robinson came over, roughed up Oliveri, and Oliveri will sit in the box with Robinson. And it looks like the Black Bears have a power play. It's 5-on-4.
Danbury penalty to number 71, Noah Robinson. 5 minutes for fighting.
All the goals but one have come at even strength. Black Bears had a shorty. Thompson 18:03 of the second. Robinson 2 minutes for instigating. Puck to the back. It's Stone as the Black Bears set up in the offensive zone. Right circle, Stone, pass down low, tipped wide. Hattricks clear it down the ice. Six minutes remaining in regulation, 5-2 Black Bears. A takeaway, there goes Ruiz. Right side, Ruiz shoots, saved by McAnanima off the shoulder as he got a piece. Ruiz, the team leader in shorthanded goals with 5, looking to cut into this deficit. Hattricks led 2-0. Black Bears with 5 straight goals, 3 in the second, 2 here in the third. Here's Yates weaving in, he shoots, missed the target wide right. Steffen keeps at the right point, 40 seconds on the power play. A handoff, Steffen, low right, pressured by Bedard, spins back to the point. Dan Stone tiptoes the line, backhand feed. Yates chugs middle. Yates pass down low. Steffen shot it high. Ruiz corrals off the end boards and pounds it down the ice. Kyle Steffen set up beautifully at the right circle, and he airmailed it. We've dripped under 5 minutes to go. Third period, 5-2 Black Bears, still 5 on the power play. Thompson centering pass, swatted aside by Mo Valley. Puck pops in the air, glove down by Mo Valley off the far wall. Out of the box is Abdella, who is serving. Right corner, Mott swoops around the net. To the point, Bond through him and all the way down. So after that fight, it was Oliveri and Robinson 5 minutes, and Robinson the extra 2 for instigating. That is all over. It's 5-on-5. Hat-tricks in a 3-goal hole. Cam Clark bursting in right side around the belly, shoots, scores! Cam Clark using the wheels around LaBelle and chipped it through McCullum. Black Bears with their 6th consecutive goal. They've got a 4-goal lead with 4:15 remaining in the contest. Clark is 20th of the year. The Black Bears have 9 players on their team with 40 or more points. Clark is one of them. He's over 40 points and he has 20 goals. Robinson was just escorted off the ice. If I had to guess, a misconduct. His day is done. Black Bears with a stranglehold on this one. 3 goals in the second, 3 here in the third, after falling behind 2-0. And the Hat-tricks will have a chance to respond tomorrow night. A giveaway, Yates, far side O-zone. He'll zigzag around. Pocket picked by Vasiliev. The outlet for Hullaby. Up the left wing, crunched by the D-man Doibles. Loose puck near half wall. Bedard shoots! McAnana's got it with the glove. He didn't know where it was for a second, but he does hold on to it. Final media timeout of the game. Black Bears in front 6-2 with 3:34 left here in the third period.
Craving breakfast all day? Come to IHOP for pancakes, omelets, and more. Any time of the day. Visit your local IHOP today, because breakfast is always a good idea. Kick back and relax with a cold beer from Housatonic River Brewing. Craft brews made locally with love. Visit our tap room today. Housatonic River Brewing, where great beer meets great company. Products available at the Danbury Ice Arena. Ready for your dream getaway? Let Dream Vacations plan the perfect trip for you. From cruises to tropical resorts, we make travel easy. Call today and start packing for your dream vacation. Start your morning right with Grounds Donut House. Delicious donuts, fresh coffee, and local charm. Visit us today for a sweet start to your day. Grounds Donut House, where every bite is a delight. Products available at the Danbury Ice Arena. Need quality dental care? Aspen Dental makes it easy to get the smile you deserve. Affordable, reliable, and convenient. Call now to schedule your appointment at Aspen Dental, where we bring smiles to life.
Final 3:34 of regulation. Hat-tricks in a 4-goal hole. Binghamton with 6 unanswered. 3 in the second, 3 here in the third. And it's 6-2 in favor of the home team. Very tough to beat Binghamton on home ice. They've lost just 3 times. 1 coming to Danbury. They have just 6 total losses, 2 against the Hat-tricks. Scoreboard issue has been fixed. Right circle face-off, Binghamton zone. Ruiz wins it for Ross. Climbs down the wall. Ross, stuff, try save, rebound, score! Ruiz in front, taps it home. Hat-tricks not fully dead yet, as the captain makes it 6-3 Binghamton. with under 3.5 to play here in regulation. Ross started the play creeping down from the right point. He tried to stuff it in on McAnanama, and Ruiz tucked home his 25th goal of the year. It's now a 3-goal deficit with 3:30 left. Awkward carom off the end boards in front. kept in Weber slapper wide left. Off the backboards. A tie up in the left corner, Ross and Ramakers. Now Ruiz comes over, but the puck won by Swain. Swain tried to dance out of trouble, lost it. Here's Harwell 2-on-1. Harwell right side, he shoots! Save McAnanama under his right arm, and after the whistle, you've got more pushing and shoving. Harwell was in there. Refs step in. Ratcliffe was there as well. He places his helmet back on his head. With the goal, Ruiz up to 25 on the year. He's got a goal and assist tonight. And he's riding an 8-game point streak, 15 points during that stretch. Cam Clark into the O-zone, ran into a couple bodies, left the puck behind. Vasiliev dropping for Woolley, almost lost it, finds Frolov, shot, stop, rebounds in front, Woolley swatting at it, and McAnanama pads it aside. Into the far corner, Stubbs, out for Dion, he'll shovel it off the near boards, Clark chips and charges. Chased after by Bedard, took a spill in the left corner, rolling into the Binghamton zone, turns it to an icing on the Hat-Tricks. So Ruiz stops the bleeding. 6 unanswered goals from the Black Bears, and then Ruiz at 16:32 from Ross. Game is 6-3, 2:18 on the clock. One more goal, and then the Hat-Tricks could maybe think about pulling McCullum if it was a 2-goal game. The goal would have to come quickly as Frolov floats it across ice. Vasiliev, he'll punch it into the Binghamton zone. Under 2 minutes left in regulation. Stone skates into it, left wing O-zone, centers, shot, save, rebound. It's free in the blue paint and covered by McCullum. As Mott let one go from the inside of the right circle, and McCullum fought it off and held on. Face off is at the far circle. 6-3 game, 1:48 to go. Black Bears win it. Stone walking, shoots, missed the target, wide left. Juggling puck behind the net. Gonzalez lost the handle. Yates, right corner, pass to the back, deflected but finds Stone. Up top, Bond sliding for Steffen. Turnaround shot, kicked wide on the follow-up by Yates. Black Bears keep it in. It skitters off the end boards near side. Below the goal line, Thompson left corner. Wrapped up by Gonzalez. 2 black jerseys, 2 white. Steffen wins. Throws middle, it's Yates. Right down the left wing. Yates shoots. Stopped by McCullum. Yates back on it. Now up the wall he goes. Handing off Bond left point. Under a minute remaining in the third period. Black Bears with 6 goals on 47 shots. Hat-Tricks have beaten McAnanama 3 times on 25. But 6 consecutive goals allowed the Black Bears to pull away. Some rough stuff at center, nothing called. Here's Yates galloping in, left side. Yates shoots, saved by McCullum. Woolley pounds it off the end boards. Ramakers low left. Final 25 of regulation. Ramakers All the way across, Yates, right circle. Yates, hounded by Ross, dispossesses him of the puck, throws it near side, Hattrick's offside, as Ross was rubbed out of the play. Well, probably one last face-off with 10.7 left to go in the third. Face-off at the near dot. Black Bears use 6 unanswered goals. 3 in the second, 3 here in the third. They win their 6th in a row and their 24th in the last 25 games. And they improve to 7-2 against the Hattricks this year. Danbury's 3-game winning streak snapped in game 1 of 2 in this home and home. It'll finish up tomorrow in Danbury. Alumni night will have 6 inductees into the Danbury Hockey Class of 2025 Ring of Honor. All the festivities will be at the first intermission. Should be another packed house at the Danbury Ice Arena. We are very much looking forward to that and hope the Hattricks have some juice in that one. A game that they felt pretty good about. 7 minutes through the second, and then Binghamton grabbed control. Weaver, Mott, and Thompson in the second. Stubbs, Thompson, and Clark in the third. The goals for the Hattricks, Vasiliev and Harwell, made it 2-0 Danbury at 1:55 and 6:15. Johnny Ruiz, a garbage time goal at 6:32. Ross with the assists. All the goals at even strength besides Thompson's shorty at 18:03. The game-winning goal of the night, CJ Stubbs at 3:30 of the third period. Off the turnover at center, and Stubbs sniped it home. Ruiz takes home the third star of the night. A goal and an assist. The second star, CJ Stubbs, had 1-1 tonight, and the game-winning goal. And the first star, 2 goals. Austin Thompson had the shorthanded goal. It gave Binghamton the lead, and they never gave it back to the Hattricks. Connor McCullum, 42 saves on 48 shots. Connor McAnanima stopped 22 of 25. And I wouldn't be surprised if that's the goaltending matchup tomorrow night in Danbury. Well, the Hattricks fall to 30, 13, and 8. Still 93 points second in the Empire Division. The Black Bears, who have already won the Empire and the FPHL, they are now 45, 5-1. Just 6 losses all year. 131 points, a league best. We'll take a quick peek at the Prowlers and Rockers, and oh my goodness, Port Huron erupted. Whoa! They scored the first 7 goals in the game. They went up 7-0. Ended up winning it 9-3. So, with the 3 points for the Prowlers, the deficit is now just 6 for second place in the Empire Division. And the Hattricks see the Black Bears tomorrow night and on the 11th back here in Binghamton. Sandwiched in between those games, you've got a trip to Biloxi, Mississippi on the 4th and 5th. The Hattricks will go down to Biloxi and try their hand with a Continental Division team. Seawolves already eliminated from playoff contention. A look promising off the jump, but the Hattricks ran out of gas. Binghamton turned it on, and 6-3, our final score. Well, we're right back on the air tomorrow night. And I'm hoping most of you who tuned in here tonight on the broadcast will be in attendance in the building tomorrow for our most special night of the year, our 5th annual alumni night. All alumni can RSVP for some free tickets as we honor the legends in Danbury hockey, also celebrating the 20th anniversary of the Danbury Trashers. The commemorative jerseys are available via auction on Dash until tomorrow night at 9 p.m. Well, the Hat-Tricks fall to the Black Bears for the 7th time this season. They'll get 2 more cracks at them tomorrow night and the final weekend of the regular campaign. And who knows, maybe this can be a second-round playoff matchup. But still, plenty of season left and still the first round to get through. Both these teams will make the playoffs. We're just not sure how far they will go. So, Danbury, after leading 2-0, surrenders 6 straight goals. Ruiz a garbage time tally. Final score 6-3 Binghamton on a Friday night from Visions Veterans Memorial Arena. We'll talk again tomorrow from Danbury. It's a 7 o'clock puck drop. If you can't make it, be sure to tune in first intermission as we honor all the alumni in Danbury hockey and the 6 inductees into our new class of 2025. At the 7 o'clock puck drop, we'll have the call for you right here on the Hat-Tricks Digital Network. I want to thank everybody helping out behind the scenes. Calvin, Wyatt, we've got Riley Frolov to my left, who is helping out a little bit, touching some buttons, messing around with my papers up here. I'm Doug Latuca, saying have a great rest of your night, Hat-Tricks fans. We will talk again tomorrow. It's alumni night. Hope to see you there. If not, we'll talk again. Good night, everyone.